I will try my best to give you resistance.
Outstanding. I started recording and welcome, Kimberly. How are you today?
I'm a little annoyed that I have to be here.
Yeah, court mandated counseling.
Yeah, I just don't think I really need to be here.
Yeah. Talk to me about how you ended up with me today.
Um, I mean, I just drank and I drove, but it wasn't even, I just don't think it was that big of a deal. And they said I had to be here, so here I am.
Yeah. You drank, this was what, last week, that this happened?
hmm Yeah.
How often do you drink like that?
Um, I mean, I like to drink a lot, but I don't see it really as a problem. I probably drink every day, but it helps relax me.
Yeah. Kind of a slow down of your experience when you drink.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise I just feel like I'm on edge.
Okay, on edge a little bit.
hmm
When did you start drinking?
like before for this incident or
Oh,
like in
I mean,
general.
generally.
Um, I don't know. I've probably been drinking since I was a teenager.
Tell me about that first time.
Um, I was just with friends and someone was drinking, so I decided to do it.
Yeah.
And then I liked the way that it made me feel.
You had a desire to fit in.
Yeah. And then I think it was really relaxing to not have to think about all the things that I was thinking about.
Yeah. A little bit of a reprieve from your experience.
Yeah.
Is there anything about where you are now that you need a reprieve from?
Um, yeah, I just am always stressed, just with family stuff and just work is always really stressful.
So the stress of your daily life is what drinking solves.
Yeah, and it's fun.
hmm Do you see any issue with the amount that you drink or the frequency?
I mean, I don't really see it as a problem right now. I think it was just bad luck that I got pulled over because it wasn't even that, it wasn't that big of a deal. That time I was in control.
Okay. Tell me about in control.
Uh, I knew where I was going and I didn't feel like I was really that impaired. It was just enough to help me not feel all the things that I was feeling or have as many like racing thoughts.
Yeah. Like you were confident you could have gotten where you were going.
Yeah.
How would you like for things to be different?
I mean, I don't want to be here. uh, and I think my family has been frustrated at me more lately, and I think that's probably something I want to be different.
So your family, having a good relationship with your family is important.
Yeah, super important to me, but it just has been so crappy lately.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, I like I said, I enjoy drinking and it's helpful for me, but they've expressed frustration with me lately because of drinking and like I just feel like they don't want to be around me as much, which is really hard for me.
And they don't want to be around you directly related to your drinking, or they don't want to be around you when you're drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. What might it look like for you to pursue a relationship with your family that you were happy with?
I mean, they say that I need to stop drinking as much to, have a better relationship with them, but I'm just not sure how to fully do that right now.
Yeah, it's hard, especially if you like it.
Yeah, it feels really hard. I think, like I said, it's fun, and some of my friends do it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like the way I hang out with my friends.
You risk losing those friends, so now you've a position between your friends and your family. Ish.
Yeah, and I love both of them.
Yeah. How interested are you in making that change?
Um, I mean, I really want to have a better relationship with my family, so I definitely think something needs to change.
Something needs to change.
Yeah,
On a
which
scale
I
of one
guess
to
means drinking.
10. Okay. Like drinking could be that thing that changes.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in decreasing your drinking?
Um, I don't know, maybe a 5.
Okay. A 5 level of importance to you, or a 5 level in just your overall general interest?
Probably both. Like,
Okay. About 50% of you finds this to be important.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe more with just because I really want to have a better relationship with my family.
Yeah. And what might that relationship look like?
Um, I'd like to see them more and feel more like I can, I don't know, be around them without them being frustrated at me.
Mm. Are you able to do that?
I mean, maybe I could uh like cut out drinking during the week and
In order
just
to
drink on the
spend.
weekends. I think I could do that.
Okay. That's a great place to start. And you could then see your family during the week and kind of experience how they receive you differently when you're not drinking.
Yeah, I would hope that it would help with feeling just like I belong with them again.
Yeah. How might you go about doing that?
Um, I don't know, maybe just talking to my friends and just saying I can't go out on weeknights and just plan like weekends to do that with them.
Yeah. Add a little bit more structure, share your
Yeah.
experience with your friends.
Yeah. And I think it'll be hard, but I think I can do it.
Sounds like you have some resolve in your ability to do that.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be hard just because it's been months of just going out every night with my friends, but it's also been really hard to not have a relationship with my family.
Yeah. You're at a point of choosing your path of difficulty.
Yeah.
I respect that. Well, I think we've made a commitment, it sounds like, to uh, drinking on the weekends and kind of talking to your friends. I think that's a really wonderful place to start, and I'm going to be here for you. Um, Not only because it's mandated, but because I care about your sobriety and your your life with your family getting better and that value.
Thank you.
Very good. We'll pick up next week.
Sweet. Good job. You did really well with that.
Okay.
How did that feel for you?
It was hard. It was harder than it normally feels. Um,
What do you think was harder about it?
I think because I was trying to hit, um, I was trying to hit things for the assignment,
Hmm.
which kind of curbed it like changed my curiosity, which is normally how I approach that kind of stuff. Um, I don't know that we ever got to a need, and there were parts I was like, I just don't know how to get you there. So I don't know. What was your experience? What feedback do you have?
No, I honestly think you did really well with like my resistance in that, and I didn't feel judged. It was more just you were validating and like kind of how you did help guide some of it towards more change talk, and I think that was like perfect for the assignment.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I think you did a great job with the amount of resistance because I think it is probably a more accurate thing to have more resistance. Like some of the example videos I've seen, I'm like, that was too easy for them. Like that just was like, yeah, okay, I think I can do it. I'll change. But like with the girls I work with, that's not the case. They're like, I hate being here. I don't want to be here. No. So I think you did that wonderfully. Like you allowed me to actually state how I was feeling, and I didn't feel like you were trying to force me into changing. You were just sitting with me in it. And
Okay,
I think
good.
that's a key part. So,
Yeah. The uh the ability to say like I'm only gonna drink on weekends is something I think is very accessible, so I see the value of it.
hmm.
Like offering that as a building block. And then I also think, especially for court ordered, I'm like, I think you have to be sober.
Yeah.
In a lot of programs, you can't drink. So I I didn't feel like we were in a position for me to challenge that anyways, but it did cross my mind.
Hmm.
It's crossed my mind with this assignment that we're doing for school,
Yeah.
like for class. To what degree can I do my abstinence? Um, to what degree could I have said it initially? Like and I guess if you weren't if it wasn't if it wasn't related to a DUI and it wasn't court mandated, and I could see it like in couples counseling, right? You're like, hey, commitment to this marriage might look like decreasing your drinking. And
Hmm.
the agreement for the pair of you is that you're only drinking on the weekends and you're never drinking alone. Um, so I think change talk can include that for sure. Like sobriety is not the end all be all. But it's interesting to wonder about. And like,
Yeah.
I definitely see that that would feel good as someone who's saying like this is hard. And if someone was shoving 100% or zero down my throat, um, so yeah, I don't know exactly, and I'm sure maybe that'll change depending on where you are, treatment center versus like personal counseling,
Hmm.
private.
Which I think there is always going to be more resistance in a treatment center. Not always, but a lot of the times because there is typically some amount of them losing the autonomy.
Yeah, yeah,
And personal counseling, a lot of the times it's, hey, like I realize that I really need help. So I'm gonna go get help.
so true. And the reason I keep coming back is because I'm at least a little committed to this
Hmm.
experience. Yeah, I think if I would do it again, just like self-reflection for a moment, I would have reflected more and tried to get more information about like it's fun and my friends do it to kind of build out your reasons for continuing. Um,
Hmm.
like we got a good value, I thought, so that I could have continue to come back to that value. But the the pillars of or the barriers to your sobriety or you making that change, I think I probably would have done more of. And I could have easily like tell me more about your friends, tell me more about like more of an assessment kind of thing, especially if
Yeah.
the environment was so central to your continued use. You said nothing about dependence. You said nothing about like, well, I feel sick when I don't do it. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
chemical or physiological dependence was kind of gone. So yeah, if I had done it differently or again, I would have focused on like early skills about like storying, building out, because then you start to unravel that for yourself too. You're like, well, is this
Yeah.
what I want to do, or is it just because my friends are doing it?
Yeah. No, I love that. I honestly think you did a great job. And like I think that's part of the reasons that role plays are hard is um if there is an assignment, like you do feel like you have to hit all those check marks um to make sure that we're getting graded. So
Yeah,
um
very cool.
which puts pressure to not stay as long sometimes.
Mhm.
So
Cool. I'm gonna stop recording.
okay.